Hey guys, just had a look at the trending page on YouTube. Always interesting to see what's going on around the world by looking at the trending page. And all the big YouTubers, all the $1 million a year YouTubers are all over the front trending page, all whining because YouTube has unmonetized a lot of their videos. So some of them have been very honest about it in their headings and things in the title. You know, YouTube unmonetized my videos. That's an honest heading. But there's a couple of clever ones. One of them said, YouTube is shutting down my channel. And because he's one of the big popular YouTubers, right? And because of course that's made a lot of his viewers panic and other people curious. So 2 million people have watched that video, including me. And when you watch it, they're not actually shutting down his channel. What they're complaining about, what they're all emotional about is YouTube has started to enforce their community guidelines. So the rule has always been that any videos that aren't advertiser friendly cannot be monetized. And that means that if you swear in a video, it can't be monetized, or some titles or some subjects the advertisers don't want to be connected to. So for example, I made a video about ISIS, and just because ISIS was in the heading, in the title, the YouTube system automatically said you can't monetize this video. There was another one. There's been a few. Now and again, if you put something in the title, it's either a bit controversial or a bit anything to do with sex or anything to do with violence. Oh, the taser one on the Japan channel. I had a taser, and the taser was in the title, and automatically, as soon as I uploaded the video, it said you can't monetize this. Monetize, those of you who don't know, you turn monetization on or off, allows you to make some money from the video. And just because it had taser in the title, it just won't let you monetize it. And that's just part of the deal. You just accept that, you know. And for most of us, that's always been the case, that if you have something in the title that's like that, it might not let you monetize it. Any swear words is the same. And it's just because the advertisers don't want to be associated with anything that might look bad on them, which is fair enough. That's fair enough. And of course, YouTube and Google, I mean, they're all about making the money, right? So if they don't let you monetize it, they don't make money either. So it's not some big conspiracy thing. And because what's happening is a lot of these YouTubers, the big guys, the $1 million a year YouTubers, are whining because suddenly YouTube started to enforce this. So these guys are getting emails saying these videos are no longer monetized. So these guys have gone from earning, you know, $10,000 a week or $20,000 a week to maybe earning, you know, $15,000 a week or $8,000 a week or something. And so they're all upset about it. So some of them are just straight out whining about the money. And then other ones are saying that it's all a conspiracy to stop them talking about controversial topics. And a couple of them, I looked at a couple of the videos, watched a couple of the videos, and a couple of them have said that my videos, I talk about important topics and important topics that help people. And if I can't talk about important topics that help people, then, you know, YouTube's stopping me talking about these topics, right? Well, they're not, are they? All it means is that YouTube just aren't letting them make money out of those particular topics, right? Because the advertisers don't necessarily want to be associated with that. It's the same as TV advertising is the same. Advertisers usually choose what programs that they want to have their ads between. So, you know, if it's a kid's game thing and they don't want their ads to be shown at night on some sexy TV show, you know, because their ads are for kids, you know, and that's always been the case with TV and with newspaper and with every other sort of advertising. So YouTube's the same, you know. Advertisers, companies want to be associated with sort of, you know, non sort of unacceptable topics or uncomfortable topics or whatever. So that's their choice, right? And of course, YouTube are all about making money, so they're not doing this as some sort of, you know, to suggest as some of these guys, oh, they don't want us to talk about these topics. So, well, yeah, they do. You can still post the video. If YouTube was removing the videos, they'd have a point. But what they're actually saying is I make videos about really important topics that must be talked about, and YouTube are trying to stop me doing that. Well, no, they're not. YouTube is still allowing them to do that. They're just not allowing them to put ads on it. So if they're that concerned that their video is so important to people and it's so important to talk about this important topic, why do they care if they make an extra couple of $1,000s out of it? You know, one of those front page guys already, the guy that used the fake title, you know, that YouTube are shutting down my channel, which was total bullshit. And then you read it and his fans are so dedicated to him that none of them called him on the fake title. Everybody just went, oh man, that sucks, man. Where in actual fact, the title was total bullshit. They're not shutting down his channel. And interestingly, because he used such a dramatic title, he made $2,000 so far. I mean, it's only been one day, but he's had 2 million views, so he's already made $2,000 because it's monetized. If you look on the below this video in the bar where it shows the time going along the bottom, if you can see a little yellow mark down there, that means that it's going to show on-screen ads. And then if you look over there, you'll see the ad in the corner. It means it's monetized. So his ad's monetized, his video's monetized. So here's this video complaining about this new system, well, not new, but complaining about this system, and he's made $2,000 off it already in 24 hours. You know, so it's just bullshit to whine and bitch and complain. You know, they've got a choice. If they want to have free speech and they want to swear and they want to talk about controversial topics and they want to talk about, and I totally agree with them. I think free speech is important, and talking about swearing's not so important, but talking about controversial topics is important, and talking about, you know, difficult topics like sex and drugs and violence and all that sort of stuff I think is important to talk about. I totally agree with that. But nobody's telling them they can't. They're sort of connecting the fact, what they're basically saying is all these topics are very important for me. I don't know why it's so important for that person to talk about it, but this topic's very important for me to talk about. But I have to make money out of talking about it. That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying, because YouTube's not saying they can't talk about it. YouTube's not removing the videos. They're just saying that they can't monetize them, those particular ones. They've still got the others monetized, and that's the other hypocritical thing about this thing, is these guys are earning millions of dollars a year. Many of them. Others are earning $500,000 a year. It works out to about $1 for every 1,000 views. So if you look at somebody's videos and they're getting 2 million views or 1 million views or 500,000 views, then they're making a lot of money, right? So to complain about their income dropping, you know, by 20% or something is just, you know, come on. And it's always been the case. That's always been the case too. There's always an element to this with YouTube, is that if you do make videos about important, genuinely important topics, not gossip and crap, but it's usually the honest videos about important topics don't get a lot of views anyway. You know, it's always been the case that you have to compromise. If you want to make legitimate videos on YouTube, you have to compromise. An example of that is recently, you know, that guy made the bullshit video about, you know, 10 amazing things that are only in Japan, and his video was total crap, and he made about $1,500 off that video, right, because it was monetized. So all he did was Google some pictures on the internet and then post some bullshit, and it was all lies. Most of you have probably seen that video. It was all bullshit. So it was a totally bullshit video he made sitting at his desk with some Google images and just spoke total crap about Japan. It was all bullshit. It was all wrong. And it was all made up, basically. He read it. Other people had made it up. He read it and just sort of thought it sounded like he knew it'd get views, right? And this is a good example. So he probably knew most of that stuff was bullshit or exaggerated, but he knew that putting up videos like that about how crazy Japan is would make a lot of views, and he did. He made about $1,500 so far, and he's still making more. My video that actually said the truth, that this isn't true, and, you know, in truth, this is the reality, not this, and this is an exaggeration. And so my video calling him out on the bullshit has made $5, right? So it's always been the case. If I wanted to go down his track, I could collect together some images of Japan and put them together with that top 10 most crazy shit from Japan, right? And I could put that on YouTube and make a lot more money, no doubt. No doubt. And it's always been the case. It's always been the case. Those dramatic titles and the exaggerations and the isn't Japan crazy and all that sort of stuff, they're the ones that get the views. It's the same as if you make a video supporting guns, you'll get more views than if you make a video criticising guns and saying that, well, not criticising guns, criticising gun ownership. You know, and it's the same thing. If you look on YouTube on the front page, on the trending page, you can see what's popular. You know, and if you want to make popular videos that make a lot of money, that's what you do. And these other, you know, legitimate sort of, I don't know, the sort of realistic and sort of sensible type videos just aren't popular. You know, and that's always been the case. So that's what these guys are facing. It's like, well, you know, if you want to make videos about topics that are really important and that will really help people, and there's a few of them are really pushing this line, that my videos really help people and they're really important, well, that's good. That's good if that's true. So it doesn't matter if you make money out of it, right? You know, just take your pay cut. They're making huge amounts of money for sitting in their bedrooms, you know? To then complain and distort it round to make it sound like it's a conspiracy by YouTube to stop their free speech. It's all bullshit. And no one's calling them on it. That's the amazing thing. These guys have got such loyal fans, right, who just support them. You read through the comment section, nobody is saying that title was fake. Nobody is saying, what are you complaining about? You're earning $1 million a year. Nobody is saying, hey, you know, this isn't true. You can still make the videos. Nobody's telling you can't make the videos. No one's taking your videos down. It's just because you're not allowed to put an ad on it. In actual fact, the fans should be happy because there's less ads are going to appear on those videos that they're watching. Isn't that a good thing? You know, isn't that a good thing? Less ads on their videos is a good thing, right? You know, don't be feeling sorry for the $1 million a year YouTuber. He's all right. He's got his nice car and his nice house and, you know, spends his days sitting on his comfy chair making videos. You know, don't feel sorry for him. Anyway, so this video will get about 500 views, right? And the video saying YouTuber taking down my channel will get, maybe by the time he's finished, he'll probably get 4 or 5 million views and make about $4,000 or $5,000, probably, from that one video. And it's all total bullshit. And it was just him sitting on his comfy chair. And it's not going to change anything. YouTube don't care about it. They would have thought long and hard about this because it cuts their income as well. But it's totally understandable. In the big picture, they've got to keep the advertisers happy because that's where the money comes from to pay for all this stuff. So, there you go. Anyway, there's the other side of the coin to you 3 people who watch this. It's just YouTube all over, right? It's YouTube all over, you know. 5 million people watch the bullshit story and all go, oh man, that sucks. Nobody seems to pick up. Why is it, when you look at these things, these manipulative videos, they're so manipulative. It's a fake title, it's all bullshit. And the angle that the guy's taken about how YouTube is stopping my free speech, it's all bullshit. And nobody's calling him on it. How can 2 million people have watched that video so far? Nobody has said the title was bullshit. Nobody has said, well, you can still make the video. What are you talking about? Just won't have an ad on it. Nobody has said that. They're all just going, oh man, that sucks, man. We love you, man. Dear, oh dear. Manipulation at its finest. Again, I'm not being critical of those people because they're brilliant. They're brilliant. They take what would have been a bit of a bad day and they turn it around and make a few more $1,000s out of it. They're clever. I'm just amazed. I'm constantly amazed. Some people say sometimes, you're jealous of those guys. Well, yeah. I'd like to sit on a chair somewhere and make millions of dollars without getting off my chair. That'd be great. But you've also got to weigh it up. You've also got to weigh up how you feel at the end of the day. And, you know, I don't know. You know, you got to have some sort of feeling that you're doing what's legitimate or what's right or something, to some extent, right? Anyway, there it was. More videos coming soon.